Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya lis-salah. Hayya lis-salah. Hayya lil-falah. Hayya lil-falah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
That we are His soldiers, and that Allah has guided us to His right path. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we're going to really try to talk about some reflecting on the guidance of the Holy Qur'an and understanding the narratives. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Surah Baqarah, with name Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Alif Lam Mim. This is the book. In it is guidance, sure without doubt, to those who fear Allah, those who believe in the unseen, are steadfast in prayer, and spend out of what we have provided for them, and who believe in the revelation sent to thee and sent before thy time, and in their hearts have the assurance of the hereafter. They are the true guidance from their Lord, and it is these who will prosper. As to those who reject faith, it is the same to them that we warn them, we will warn them. They will not believe. Allah has set a seal on their hearts and on their hearing and on their eyes. A veil, great is the penalty they will incur. But the people, there are some who say, we believe in Allah on the last day, but they do not really believe. Fain would they deceive Allah and those who believe, but they only deceive themselves and realize it not. In their heart is a disease, and Allah has increased that disease, and grievous is the penalty they will incur, because they are false to themselves. But it is said to them, make not mischief in the land. They say, why? We only want to make peace. But surely, they are the ones who make mischief, but they realize it not. When it said to them, believe as the others believe, they say, shall we believe as the fools believe? Nay, of surely they are the fools, but they realize it not. When they meet those who believe, they say, we believe. But when they are alone with their evil ones, they say, we're really with you. We're only jesting. Allah will throw them back, their marking on them, and give them a rope and trespasses, so they will wander like blind ones to and fro. These are they who are bartered guidance for error. And they were guidance for error. And we see that today. This is what Allah means now, or the ant. The name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Qasim. These are verses of the Holy Qur'an, of the Qur'an, a book that makes things clear, a guide and glad tidings for the believers. Those who establish regular prayers and give in regular charity and have full assurance of the hereafter, as to those who believe not in the hereafter, who have made their deeds pleasing in their eyes, and so they wander about in distraction. Such are for whom a grievous penalty is waiting, and in the hereafter theirs will be the greatest loss. And as to thee, the Qur'an is bestowed upon thee from the presence of one who is wise and all-knowing. Allah speaks the truth. Surah Mu'minun. O ye messengers, plural, enjoy all things good and pure, and work righteousness, for I am well acquainted with all that you do. Now these messengers, we can be a messenger. To our friends or our family, we're shown a sign. A messenger is one who's delivering a sign. If we acting out and living our life as Muslims, we are a message to those that we're delivering it to. So he's reminding us, I am well acquainted with all that you do. And verily, this brotherhood of yours is a single brotherhood. We're all one. We're all one. And I am your Lord and cherisher. Therefore fear me and no other. But people have cut off their affairs of unity between them into sects. Each party rejoices in which is with itself. Believe them in their confused ignorance for a time. Do they think that because we have granted them abundance of wealth and goods and sons, we will hasten them on every good? Nay, they do not understand. Really, those who live in awe for fear of their Lord, those who believe in the signs of their Lord, those who join not in worship partners with their Lord, and those who dispense their charity with their hearts, feel a fear because they will return to their Lord. If we believe in Allah, we believe in the hereafter, we know we have an obligation, we have a duty, and that we will have to meet our Lord in the end. So there's things that we have to do to purify our hearts, purify our souls, purify our deeds. On no soul do Allah place a burden greater than it can bear. Before us is a record which clearly shows the truth. They will never be wrong. But their hearts are in confused ignorance of this. And there are besides that deeds of theirs which they will continue to do. Until when we seize in punishment those of them who receive the good things of this world, behold, they will groan in supplication. It will be said, groan not in supplication this day, for ye shall certainly not be helped by us. My signs used to be rehearsed to you, but we used to turn back on your heels in arrogance, talking nonsense about the Qur'an like one telling fables of the night. Do they not ponder over the word of Allah, or has anything new come to them that they did not come to their fathers of old? Do they not recognize their messenger, that they deny him? Do they not say he is possessed? Nay, he has brought them the truth, but most of them hate the truth. If the truth had been in accord with their desires, truly the heavens and the earth and all between their end would have been in confusion and corruption. Nay, we have sent them their abomination, but they turn away from their abomination. Or is it that thou asked them for some? Allah speaks the truth. We're going to go to Surah. The first part we're supposed to love Allah, talk about Allah, praise Him Allah. And the best guidance is the Qur'an. That is this, we say this is the book. And it is guidance, sure, without doubt. There is guidance for all time. You listen to these words and you see what we see in society today, it is manifested. It is manifested. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The messenger's duty is only to preach the clear message. Allah has promised to those amongst you who believe and work righteous deeds that He will of surety grant them in the land inheritance of power, as He has granted it to those before them, that He will establish an authority in religion, the one which has chosen for them, and that He will change their state after their fear in which they live to one of security and peace. They will worship me alone, not associate aught with me. If any do reject faith after this, they are rebellious and wicked. So establish regular prayer and give charity and obey the messenger, that ye may receive mercy. Never think that the unbelievers are going to frustrate Allah's plan. On earth their abode is the fire, and it is indeed an evil refuge. Allah speaks the truth. Allah speaks the truth. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Surah Al-Nur. This is what Allah is talking about, His light. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The parable of His light is as if it was a niche. And a niche is a corner, a niche. And within that lamp, and within it is a lamp. That lamp enclosed is a glass. That glass, as it were, a brilliant star, a light, lit from a blessed tree, an olive, neither the east nor the west, which oil is well nigh luminous. Though fire scarce touch it, light upon light. Allah do set parables for men, and Allah doeth know all things. Lit such a light in houses which Allah has permitted to be raised in honor for the celebration and then of His name, and then His glory, He is glorified. So in our own houses, we pray to Allah. We get up, this tajahud, this prayers, that light will shine. Your neighbors will see that light. You will see that light. And then that house is you. The house is you. It's us. A lot of times we get confused. We forget that our bodies and what we see is nothing but a car, nothing but a vehicle. That driver is that inner voice that you hear inside you, that inner spirit, that peace that is going to meet Allah. That is the one that He wants us to remember. This world's life will get us confused. Think that this what we see is real. Think that Allah says out of alternation of night and day. He's there. He said out of death, He brings life. And out of life, He brings death. This is what Allah says. So we cannot get confused, brothers and sisters, that this world is permanent. It is not. Don't get confused or get sad or hard-hearted because you don't have the material things that you see others have. Allah has blessed us as a human being, as a human soul. He said patience and perseverance. Our final journey is to Him. So we have to do good in this world's life so we can prepare for the next. Then Allah sends us signs all the time, every day. And the second part, I'm going to try to address the community and what we see and what we hear in the news. But Allah's in charge. We heard it today. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allah's greater. Greater than anything we see, anything we may feel, anything we may go through. Turn to Allah. He's greater. He's there. He said out of darkness, out of whatever you're going through, He's there. Search for Him. Reach for Him. Things will get better. Sorry about that. In the morning and in the evenings again, by men who neither traffic nor merchandise can divert from the remembrance of Allah, nor from regular prayer. In other words, the material things cannot divert you if you're a true believer of Allah, nor from regular prayer, nor from practice of regular charity. Their only fear is for the day when hearts and eyes will be transformed into a world holy new, that Allah may reward them according to the best of their deeds, and add even more for them out of the grace, out of His grace. For Allah doeth provide for those whom He will without measure. But the unbelievers, their deeds are like a mirage in a sandy desert, which the man parched with thirst mistakes for water, until when it comes up to it, he finds it is nothing. But for he finds Allah ever with him, and Allah will pay him his account, and Allah is swift in taking care of all accounts. For the unbeliever's state, it is the depth of darkness in a vast deep ocean, overwhelmed with the billow topped by dark clouds. Depth of darkness, one above another. If a man stretches out his hand, he can hardly see it. For any to whom Allah gives no light, there is no light. There is no light. We see the walking dead today. We may not want to believe it, but the walking dead, they're not walking in the light. But they still have the potential of being the best of human beings. There's no light. There is no light. Seest thou that it is Allah who praises all beings in the heavens and on the earth. Do celebrate, and the birds of the air with wings outstretched, each one knows its own mode of prayer. We see the birds. We see them walking. Allah said He's made all animals out of water, right? Some walk on twos, some walk on fours, and some crawl. And then He said, look at the birds, how they have this trust in the Lord. And He holds them up. We have to learn to trust in Allah. We have to learn to believe in what we don't see. We have to believe in the unseen and increase our faith, increase our love for Allah. For Allah is the most powerful. Really, wallahi, when we trust our Lord, He's given us all something of good. He has. We need to turn and look. Allah said He brought us on all a diverse path to bring us together. We're one humanity, one family. We see in this world today a lot of confusion, a lot of madness. But we also hear a voice and a cry for morality. There's an absence. There's a darkness there. There's a void. If you heard anything on the news, one of the big things you hear is that void. That absence. You know, they talk about other people standing up, but they're talking about where's the ministers? Where are these Christians? But I say, where are the Muslims? Let's stand up. This is our day. Look, out of darkness come light. We're in a dark world. We're in a dark world. Allah says, be kind, be good, do neighborly deeds. We have to do these things. We have to reach the community. They are in loss. They are in loss. Don't we say, well, us? You know what I'm saying? We have to internalize our Islam. The religion of us, Al-Islam, all religions are. We just don't do it. It's an applied science. You have to apply it. You have to live it. You have to practice it. Do things. Trust in your Lord. Move out on faith. Faith is something that you cannot see, cannot touch, but you can believe. You cannot see my voice, but you hear me. And some of these words are giving you a picture in your own mind. That is the power of Allah. That's the power of the unseen. We have to believe, take the spookism out of ourselves. May Allah increase our faith, increase our taqwa, increase our love for Him, increase our obedience towards Him. Surely we turn ourselves to thee, Allah, trying to be upright. To Him who originated the heavens and the earth. We are not powerless fees. Surely our prayers and our sacrifice, our life and our death are all for thee, Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. No such as thee. This we are commanded, and those who submit, the other king. There's no God but thee, Muhammed, that same servant and messenger. Amen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oh Lord, let our entry be by the gate of truth and honor, likewise our exit be by the gate of truth and honor. Amen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, the Lord of all the worlds. No socials. This we are commanded, brother. This is submit. Thou the king. There's no God but thee, Muhammad. That says so the messenger. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna amina ta'amaka al-kauta. Fasalili rabbika wanha. Inna sha'ani wa kahu al-bitar. Abundance. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. With the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. To thee, we have granted the fount of abundance. To thee. To us, to you and me. Therefore, to thy Lord, turn to prayer and sacrifice. For he who hateth thee, he will be cut off from future hope. And has that not happened to us in our life? There's somebody, you know, that hated you, and Allah cut that off. We see hate all around us today, and we're protected. We're protected. You know, in this society, we hear so much, we see so much. But I want to put a little perspective on it. You know, we see in the Qur'an the story of Yusuf. I mean, and narratives, the Qur'an is full of narratives, full of stories that will give us lessons, that has seeds of wisdom within them. And I'm just paraphrasing one of them, and that is the story of Yusuf. That story of Yusuf is like many of us that came here of African American descent and some Indian descent that were enslaved and brought here, sold by their own brothers, out of jealousy, greed, whatever it may be. Many of us were sold, like Joseph, was dropped in a well and sold into slavery. Wound up in the house of Egypt. But he wound up in a position of power because he had faith, trust. Allah gave him, and he followed the inspiration that Allah has put in him. Allah inspires us all. Whether you take a shower, you take, somewhere you see that inspiration. If you read the signs, with you know, one of the things, I use the word call. You know, we hear the word, you know, for the Masonic people, they say they're travelers. Many other people say that they're travelers in life, you know, that we're on a journey. If you don't look at life as nothing but as a traveler, and look at your experiences and whatever happened to you, look at it as pieces of puzzle, as a sign. And then in a week, in a day, 2 weeks, whatever it is, Allah will bring that picture to you and inspiration will come. We have to build a relationship with Allah, our Lord. The difference between us and the Christians and those that believe in something other than Allah, they put something in between. We don't need nothing. Our relationship is straight with Allah. We have to relate. We have to develop that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Surah Al-Duba. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Glorious morning light. With the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, by the glorious morning light, by the night when it is still, thy guardian Lord have not forsaken thee, nor is he displeased. And verily the hereafter will be better for thee than the present. And soon will thy guardian Lord give thee that wherein thou hast shall be well pleased. Did he not find thee as an orphan, one who's lost, maybe not have a parent, maybe be struggling, whatever, and give thee shelter and care? And he found thee wandering, and he gave thee guidance. When we wandering, lost in this world, then he brought us back. He gave us guidance. And he found thee in need and made thee independent. Therefore, treat not the orphans with harshness. Remember, we got to be kind and charitable. Allah says that aren't we one, prophets of one brotherhood, and we're one brotherhood. So in that spirit, the last time I think I was here in a Juma, part of my narratives, and part of a story that's been developed. I did say that we're reflecting on the guidance of the Quran and understanding narratives. A narrative is a story, an anecdote, a tale. Narration is a description, recital, recounting. Allah recounts many stories to us in many different ways. There are many different aspects. So one of my narratives, one of my stories was brother wanted to share some things as it relates to the day that you're in. I have a book that also speaks to have a prayer or saying of a particular day. Today, August the 18th, 2017, is 230 days in the Julian calendar, starting from January to today. It's 230 days. In this book, Sayings of the Qur'an, it says on the 230th day, whoever works hard in the cause of God does so to his own good. Certainly God does not stand in need of anyone in the whole creation. Tomorrow, wrongdoers are friends of one another, while God is a friend to those who fear him. You know, a lot of reminds us even about wrongdoers. You know, we think our friends are going to be with us. We want to tie our relationship with our friends, but a lot of times, man, when the day of judgment comes, when they see that the hell that they're going to face, they're going to run from you. And if you let them run, they're going to blame you. And then Allah ask Allah to curse you more. Our best friend is Allah and those that pray with him. I also want this more. Then this is the sayings of the prophet. This one, these are as I was making copies, I saw a few other things I thought was very important. Day 88, which we're not in. On coming to know of someone's misdeeds, the Prophet ﷺ would not name the culprit and his ceremonizing. Ceremonizing is the word they use. Rather, he would warn people against the evil that misdeeds in general terms. Be on your guard against the corroding vice of jealousy. It wipes out one's good deeds as rapidly as fire destroys wood. Day 166. I'm saying the Prophet ﷺ. A true believer is one who practices what he preaches. Moreover, he should not cause his neighbors any problem. When joining a gathering, one should not disturb those already seated. And they should cheerfully make room for the newcomers. This is day 230. My Lord, forgive me and my parents and all the believers on the day of judgment. Amen. Oh my Lord, I seek from you the strength and ability to do good, to shun sin, to help the poor. May you grant me deliverance and have mercy on me. Make me die before you test me. I seek from you the strength and ability to love you and him who loves you, and to prefer such acts that may draw me closer to you. I am the lost a lot of things that I want to share, you know, as it relates to that, what we see today. Some of the words we hear kafir, we hear jinn, we hear shaitan, and we hear iblis. But I don't think many of us understand that. When I hear us talk, we talk like it's something outside of us, some spook, something unreal. But here, and I'm not an Arabic scholar. This is what the Arabic dictionary says. Jannah is the root word. To be dark. Cover, wrap, conceal. Be mad, dark, covered with plants. Be mad with joy or anger. Be hidden to, be excited. It is used in the transit and intransitive sense. Jannatun, covering, shield, protector. Janin, plural. Embryo, a fetus, anything hidden. Janun, madness. Can we see that in some of us? Insanity. Diabolical fury. Passion. Can we see that today? We see a bunch of that news. Jinn, a genius. That's what they said. Genius. What the? So I have to go check it out. What genius means? I'll come back to that. Genius, any hidden thing. A jinn, any hidden thing. Intense or confusing darkness. Evil spirits which inspire evil thoughts. A germ, an insect, imaginary beings whom the infidels worship. People of different far-flung countries, living detached from other civilized people. People who inhabit the earth in prehistoric times subject to no laws or rules or conduct. So now we're hearing about people. It's a body, it's a flesh. Then talk about Solomon and how he used them and how they was great divers. Then it goes into explaining from Suher Ibn Abi Sulama had used the word jinn for people who are peerless, having no match or equal. Tabir Razi writes in his book Shari al-Hamsasha that jinn is a being who is highly potent, shrewd, possessed of great powers and ability. Whatever hides or conceals or covers, whatever remains hidden or becomes invisible, such a thing, or beings that remain aloof from the people as if remaining concealed from the eyes of common folk, as kings and other protégés generally do. Let me see that in our present. It said jinn is part of being a genius. Look up genius. Exceptional, intelligent, creative power, one who possesses such power, who retains prevailing spirit of character. That is, a genius is your prevailing spirit of character. Don't they talk about the character that they see now? Manifest the moral decay within that character. That is a genius. Then we're talking about Iblis. The root word is balasa, a person of desperate character. There is no verbal root of this word in the first form, abalasa. To be overcome with grief, the desperate, struck dumb with despair, remain disheartened and gloomy, stupefied, remain speechless, Iblis. It is derived from the word abalasa, which means who despair. Good and virtue become less or decreased, who become broken in spirit, mournful, who perplexed and was unable to see his way, who became silent on account of grief, on despair, who cut short or silenced an argument, who became unable to prosecute his journey. This is what they're saying about Iblis. There's more that they say about Iblis. Iblis was not of the angels; he was one of the jinn, and transgressed in verse Surah 2, Baqarah 36. He is called Satan. Iblis has been described in Surah 2:34 as disobeying God, while the angels have been described as ever submissive and obedient. Jinn are from fire and angels from that of light. The fact that his rebellion is repeatedly stressed in the Holy Qur'an, hence Iblis could not be an angel. The theory of fallen angels is contrary to the Quranic teaching. That is Iblis. Another one is Shaitan. Shaitana is the root word. To be obstinate, perverse, become remote, or far from the truth and from the mercy of God. To be obstinate, perverse, become remote, or far from the truth, from the mercy of God. Allah has sent His Son. We see this. We see this. Just come on the news. Open the door. You see it. A being who is not only himself far from the truth, but also turns other way from the truth. Fake news. Who burns with hatred and anger and his laws. Every insolent or rebellious one from amongst jinns, human beings, and the beasts, the Holy Prophet is reported to have said, a single rider is a shaitan. A pair of riders is also a pair of shaitans, but three riders are a body of riders, Abu Dawood. The tradition leads to support the view that shaitan does not necessarily mean a devil, as a person has written in his dictionary and glossary. Like shaitan also meant the leader, religious, noisy, evil, troublesome person, the rebellious. These words are used in the Holy Qur'an. So we have to read the Qur'an for the guidance. We read that for the guidance and we believe it, we see it. It manifests itself today to us. It is real. Allah is real. Allah is real. Paradise is real. Hell is real. We have to meet our Lord. It is real. This life is nothing but an illusion. For me, my experience as a young man, I seen the fall of the Russian Empire. Go. I see the fall of Iran. Go. I saw the fall of the nation of Islam. Go. These are things that I thought was real, was solid. I lived in it. But Allah tells us this world's life is nothing but an illusion. How many people you seen pass that you know, your mother, your father, your uncle, aunt, grandparents? They're not here no more, but they live within you. The best of them. The best of them. for many of us. Now, some of us we might have took on the bad deeds. But I pray that Allah remove that from us. Go back, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Layla, the night. The name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. By the night, as it conceals the light. By the day, as it appears in glory. By the mystery of the creation of male and female. Verily, the ends ye strive for are diverse. Verily, the ends ye strive for are diverse. So he who gives in charity and fears Allah, and in all sincerity testifies to the best, we will indeed make smooth for him the path of bliss. The path of bliss. So this is showing us how to come be successful. You want bliss, you want success? He tells us. But he who is greedy, miser, and thinks himself self-sufficient, and gives the lie to the best, he will indeed make smooth for him the path of misery. Nor will his wealth profit him when he falls headlong into the pit. Verily, we take upon ourselves to God. Really upon us belongs the end and the beginning. Therefore, I do warn you of a fire blazing fierce. None shall reach you, but the most unfortunate one. But who give the lie to the truth, who turn their backs. But those most devoted to Allah shall be moved far from it. Those who spend their wealth for the increase in self-purification, and have in their minds no favor from anyone, for which a reward is expected in return, but only desire to seek for the continuance of their Lord Most High, and soon will they attain complete satisfaction. Allah speaks the truth. So Allah reminds us all the time to do and to give. We say that we believe in all the books. And try to wrap it up and close. I pray that please, I'm going to recite a few things. One is about some couple verses of the Bible. We say we believe in all the books. We go two, I think we can believe it. This one, Allah says, you, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. In the Qur'an, we say we're free men of the city. The Qur'an reminds us that we're free men. But do not use your freedom to indulge in the flesh. Our lust, our drive, our urge, our greed, all these things. Do not use our freedom to indulge in that. Rather serve one another humbly in love. Galatians 5:13. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received or served to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in his various forms. Repeat, each of you, each of us, we should use whatever gift Allah has given us, we have received, to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace and his various forms. That's 1 Peter 4:10. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oh, you who believe, we created you from a single pair of a male and female, and made into you different races and tribes, so you can come to know one another. The noblest among you in the sight of God is one who is most mindful of his duty to him. Truly God knows, and he is all aware. That's Surah Hujurat, or the apartments, Surah 49:13. Then there's another one, Surah 3:104. This is another one. Let there arise out of you a band of people, inviting all that is good, and enjoining what is right, forbidding what is wrong. They are the ones who attain felicity. And this is out of ground Surah. Aren't they calling? I know some of y'all watching that news and hear all this nonsense that's going on. They're looking for guidance. And I started talking earlier, and may Allah help me complete this thought. You know, I talked about Joseph being caught and getting up, and raising up in the house of Pharaoh. I'm in the house of Egypt, the great power, the superpower. And many of us got some jobs that are influencing and some power. But we got to understand there's another story. Wasn't Nabi Musa put in a boat, a little cask, you know, cradle, I think is the word they use, and put in the water? And his mother was inspired. His mother, Allah inspired her. Put that boy, when you get enough fear, put that boy in that water. I will give him love, surround him with love and protection. She had faith in Allah, but she tied her camel, told his daughter, go follow, go check. Allah is the best of planners. So then he was raised in the house of Pharaoh and took on a leadership position. And before he was inspired or commissioned to be a prophet, so inspired to be a prophet, he had murdered someone, didn't he? Moses ran. He ran away. He was scared that they're going to kill him. One dude, I'm paraphrasing. I don't have it in front of me. You know, he ran away. Dude came, yo, man, they can ready to get you, bro. They raised up. And Moses raised up, didn't he? He went amongst the Madian people. Madian people. Okay? Or some say Jethro. His family, his tribe. And he married African, black. That's what he married. And they, if you look in the Bible, they question, why'd you do that? So now Musa, he gets up and he raised in the house of Pharaoh. And so what I'm pointing out, I'm saying, some of us came to America through the slave trade. Some of us came to America, immigration. Right? These are the two issues you're hearing right now. Immigration and us. People of color. But Allah's in charge. He said, out of darkness comes light. Out of what we see now, this hatred that we see now, you see goodness coming up. Don't you? The first night, couple nights with the candles with the torch. The next 1,000 come out with the candles of love and peace. Allah's changing things. In my lifetime, man, please. There might have been 2 that would have came up, said y'all wrong. And there's thousands. So it's getting a little better. It's getting a little better. And the man worked in Muhammed coming. This is another man hearing. The true life that Allah wants for all people is a life of cooperation. Isn't Allah forming us to cooperate now? To come together? Community life. We want a community life. We want a physical environment that will allow us to live up to the Muslim excellence. As an individual, as a family, and as a community. As a political unit that will speak well of us as followers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who will establish the best, the perfect society in Medina. So we got to get involved. We got to get engaged. These dudes that are leading us, we allow them to lead us. In darkness. Because we're not involved. We're not engaging. You know, there's diverse paths. A lot of us don't want to do that political path, but there's some of us that do. And there's some that have got good hearts that are not Muslim that do. We need to find those to support. We need to get into the school system to change the educational process. We have to engage. This is our life. This is our world. We say that we're the Khalifa, the custodian. Come on, man. We're going to let these blind, dark, deaf, dumb, and blind people lead us? These people, out of greed and lust and wanting material things, they allowed this guy to come up and to lead this American world today. They knew what the heart was like. But Allah got this. Don't worry about that. Do your job. Do your work. Here's a quote from Muhammad Ali. The service you do for others is the rent you pay for the room here and on earth. Martin Luther King, everybody can be great because everyone can serve. We can serve. Here go Malcolm. I am not a racist. I'm against every form of racism, segregation, every form of demonstration. Man, I want to say demonstration, but racism, bigotry. I'm paraphrasing. I can't get the word out. I'm tongue tied. I believe in human beings, and that all human beings should be respected as such, regardless of their color. This is Malcolm X. There's another comment from Martin Luther King. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenges and controversy. I don't mean the time of challenges and controversy, stand up and rise. Then the brother called, Hail Salat, Hail Al-Fahad. Come to success. Come to prayer. Stand up. Give. Be charitable. Do your job. Allah has changed us all to a path. We read in the Qur'an how He protects us, He guides us. You can bear witness. I'm just here to share with you what we all have. Know that Allah is God. Allah loves us. We relate with Him and do good and good deeds. Don't let this world life give us an illusion. Don't get caught up in the material. Don't get caught up in the greed. Don't get caught up into the prison of hate, the prison of fear. Fear no one but Allah. Fear no one but Allah. Allah's Akbar. Allah's in charge of this world. Do we believe that? That Allah's in charge? If we believe that, know that. Trust that. Allah tells you not kill. Do not be kind. Be just. He's in charge. He got this thing. Ease your heart. Ease your stress. Give it to your Lord and do good deeds. Be kind. Do neighborly deeds. These are things He worried about us to do. He don't worry about. He said He got them. What we see happen today, there's nothing that we could have done. Nothing we could have created for this. Allah is manifesting it daily. Like rapid fire. I just read what a jinn is. I just read what a shaitan is. Look at these things and look at what you see. You don't have to talk about nobody. Allah manifests this. May Allah increase us in faith. Increase our love for Him. Increase our obedience. Increase our guidance. Allah, fill our hearts with understanding. Fill our hearts with gratitude. Bless us with the grace to share your love, share your kindness. Forgive us for our sins and transgressions. For nothing forgive us our sins and transgressions but thee. Oh Lord, we seek refuge in you from anxiety and grief and lack of strength and laziness, from cowardice and godliness, from being overpowered by debt and oppression of man. Oh Lord, suffice thou us with what is lawful, what thou hast given us. Make our hearts feel free. Satisfy us, oh Lord. Bless us do good. Bless us be kind. Be kind to our parents, our neighbors, and our family, our wives, our husbands, our children. Guide us, oh Lord, to do what is right and what is best. Amen.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah. Qad qamat as-salah, qad qamat as-salah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My brothers and sisters, we were short. It's hot. Allah said, be kind, be conscious, be considerate. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna aynaka Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. هو الله لا الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا الله سمع الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نور العبد الصلاة من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نور العبد الناس ملك الناس خالق الناس من شر الوسواس في الناس والذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجن والناس. الله أكبر.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
Thank Allah for his guidance. Allah for his brother. Appreciate his guidance.
May Allah forgive me for anything I may have said that was wrong. May he increase us in love, increase our faith. Amen. Jumma Mubarak.
Takbir. Allahu Akbar. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. Takbir. Allahu Akbar.
Always forgot to put our shoes right now.
Okay, it might be long, so one cut. That's a cut. No, that's not.
Did you finish that?